bechamel and you add cheese as well, it's amore. Some may say it's from Mars, some may call it cheese sauce, it's amore. You can put it in a lasagna tin, make it thick or thin, and do it your way. When you make bechamel and you add cheese as well, it's amore.
You're listening to Rebecca Bowen with Quite a Stir on Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM.
Good evening and welcome to the show. You're listening to Quite a Stir with Rebecca Bowen, where great conversations meet even greater flavours. Today we're taking a trip to one of Cardiff's most iconic destinations, the Vale Resort no less. Known for its stunning views, a large resort set within 650 acres of scenic Welsh countryside. Fields, golf courses and views rather than a city centre street. Just 15 minutes drive from the centre, combine that with the beautifully crafted dishes. This resort has become a true gem for food lovers and travellers alike. We'll be diving into the stories behind their menus and the passion in their kitchen and what makes dining there a great experience. So catch up, get comfy and let's stir things up with the Vale Resort. I am very honoured to have the resort executive chef Dean Milburn with me tonight to tell us more. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Would you like to give family and friends listening in a shout out?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. First off, my wife and two boys, Allie, Dexter, and Jake. Thank you for putting up with me for all these years. My family back home, since they can listen online. Absolutely. My mom, brother, and sister back in America.
Baltimore, is it Baltimore?
They don't live there anymore. They've moved out, but that is where we are from originally.
Yeah. What's the time difference over there now?
5 hours.
Okay. In front or behind?
They are behind.
Behind, okay.
And then my extended family at the Vale.
Fabulous.
You know, it has been 8 years, so I think family is the only word you can use.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. Our outreach of listeners on Quite a Stir is wide due to us being on DAB. Family and friends all over the world, they listen in and may be planning a trip to the area. So for someone who may not know, how would you describe the Vale Resort and what makes it such a standout landmark in Cardiff?
Well, it's just such a special place. It's very close to the city centre, right off the M4. When you get there, it is like you're in another world.
It is.
It's 650 acres, two golf courses, lovely rooms, scenic views. Mm-hmm. It kind of just takes you away to another world.
It really does.
And then the amenities we offer with the spa and the leisure gym, and it's such an experience for everyone.
It's so much more than a hotel. It is a resort, isn't it? It is. The atmosphere mixes relaxed countryside retreat with upscale resort style, great for couples, families, groups, golf or spa breaks. I've had many a girly day there. Nothing to do with the fact the Welsh rugby team train there, obviously. But the ladies do seem to arrive in their droves around this time of year. Very patriotic bunch. We are supporting the boys there. And am I correct in saying it's Wales' largest spa with multiple treatment rooms, relaxation spaces, sauna, steam room, whirlpool, 20-metre indoor pool. I used to love the water beds in the relaxation area. And of course you have 2 championship golf courses on site with golfers, and it's used for tournaments, right?
Correct.
Yeah, amazing. I'm loving that. Let's talk about dining. Can you tell us the inspiration behind the current menu at the Vale Grill? I have perused your current menu. We've got smoked salmon carpaccio with wasabi mayo and pickled shallots, butternut squash and Welsh goat cheese with cheese fondant. Some may include, what have I got? Welsh cider brine pork chop with dauphinoise. I love dauphinoise. Orzo risotto with grilled vegetables and halloumi. I'm starving. Char grilled lamb, sirloin or any other premium cuts from local butchers, sea bass or other sustainably sourced fish dishes. Give us the intel on your menu.
Well, when I design a menu, I actually always like to make it a group effort.
Okay, so you all sit down and...
We all sit down, we start having just quick little meetings, quick little conversations, have a bit of a play with some food. I'll always bring my ideas to the table, but I always like to get my team involved. Yeah. Train them a little bit, let them show off, get them a bit more emotionally attached It's their dish. I want them to take that ownership.
Wow.
And when they're cooking it, to literally look at it and go, that's my dish.
Yeah.
And be that proud of it. And also another thing is, with such a diverse kitchen, it's great to get that worldwide inspiration, so things don't get flat and boring.
Yes.
I've got a Sri Lankans. I'm American.
Yeah.
We used to have a chef from Chile.
Wow.
We've got people from all over the world in the kitchen, so I love using those differences, using all that worldwide experience.
Show up on the plate. That's amazing.
Exactly.
You've got 30 people in your kitchen as well.
Right now, I believe it's about 30.
That's amazing, including all your pastry chefs. Everything's done in-house,
Yep.
no messing around. And speaking about training, we've had a few chefs in you that have come through the ranks with you. We've had Chef Lloyd from the Hare and Hounds. He's head chef now there. So, you've got to be proud of the way you've just said you nurture your staff and you want them to show up on the plate just as much as the head chefs.
Well, I think that's very important. That's a very important thing for chefs of my level and my age. It's our responsibility to bring the next generation up. And if we're not doing that, we're failing the industry.
Of course. Not everyone feels like that, though. There is a silly competitiveness sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear this.
Yeah, I mean, chefs are competitive. We can be a bit egotistical at times and a bit protective of secrets that we think only we know. But no, it is very important that it's down to us to nurture the industry.
And you said Jamie Reese has come through you as well. I didn't know that.
No, not through me. We kind of passed.
In Jamie's Italian.
We kind of passed through together at Jamie's.
That's what that was. And there's also a bar, more informal dining, burgers, sandwiches, light bites. I love a club sandwich. Then there's your Sunday lunch and your afternoon teas on offer.
Yes.
Yeah. One great attribute for me, it's not overly formal or pretentious. Great food in a relaxed atmosphere. Well done on achieving that.
That is what we try. I think, like you said, good food can cross that line into pretentiousness sometimes.
Yeah.
And it kind of stops being fun. And I always want to make food fun.
Excellent. Great on achieving that. Let's have our first track. And as you were from America, we've got Born in the USA. Welcome back to the show. We are with the Vale Hotel. Executive Chef Dean Milburn. I got that right, did I?
You did.
Executive Chef, because I usually forget, I'm terrible. How would you describe the cuisine style? Modern, British and local with a Welsh twist?
I suppose that's one way to put it. It's just eclectic, I guess, would be a word. I know that's quite a cliche word, but just like to bring, like I was saying about when we were designing menus, to bring everyone's inspiration, everyone's experiences together.
Do they really have that much of a say?
I have veto power over everyone. Don't worry about that. There's been plenty of dishes I have said no to.
Okay.
But I do like to get them involved in it.
Nice.
And wouldn't like to shoehorn a menu into any. It's this type. Yeah. I like good food. I like bold flavors, bright colors, seasonality. I like to experiment. I like to, try different ethnicities, different ingredients. I like to have fun with food.
They're fun, yeah. And you get the opportunity to do that.
Absolutely.
In such a fantastic location as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And I love the story we just spoke about when that track was on. You met your wife, even though she's from Bristol, from the UK. You met your wife in Florida, and she was a pretty waitress. You're the chef. And
absolutely. It was actually my first ever job as an executive chef. It was the first restaurant I took over. So you're talking 80, 90-hour weeks, 16-hour days. It's got off of a long shift, sat down at the bar to have a beer, and pretty waitress sits down to have a beer, and 22 years later, I'm in a different country with 2 kids.
Yeah.
So
how often does that happen, I wonder, with the chefs and the waitresses? Yeah. It's great stories. I love those love stories. You could write a book. What are your signature dishes that guests absolutely must try? Do you still offer the best of Welsh, the grill cum sig? It's a local meats mixed grill platter featuring lamb, pork and sirloin steak with smoked paprika potatoes and seasonal veg, a celebration of Welsh produce.
Oh yes, that is one of our signatures. It's a very popular dish, and I think that one shines in its simplicity.
Probably sells out all the time, no doubt.
It does, and it's just good cuts of meat, cooked with love. No need to be fancy, no need to be pretentious.
Yeah.
Just good food.
Great food. Yeah, get stuck in. And the pistachio crusted halibut, elegant fish with spinach velouté, preserved lemon beurre noisette, often highlighted as a refined classic. You still do that,
so.
yeah?
Yeah, that's still on there. That is that was one of my personal dishes I put on.
Nice.
I love halibut. I'm more of a meat eater, but halibut is definitely my favorite
fish. That
It's a
isn't it?
very
You've got to
delicate
know what
fish.
you're
It is
doing.
lovely.
Yeah, it is. It's great. How often does the menu change, and what influences those updates? Do you bend the trends, or do you stay classic?
We tend to change the menus twice a year,
Okay.
every 6 months.
Okay.
With so many menus at the Vale across all the different dining outlets.
Tell us about that then.
We have the grill restaurant.
Yeah.
We have the bar menu, room service menu, afternoon tea menus. The golf clubhouse
Of course.
has a summer menu. Then all the bespoke menus we write, brides and grooms, fancy events. We just hosted the Hoteliers Awards on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of my job is menu writing, and then the background work behind that, costing them, the allergens, the nutritional information, trying to do it more often than twice a year
would be a nightmare.
would be a nightmare. So we thought twice a year, get stuck in, get a good menu, make the menu right, do it right, change it twice a year to keep it fresh.
Yeah. Sounds about right. And when we were talking about the Welsh rugby team, they bring in their chef and their nutritionalist.
They do. They have a team chef, Andre. He works with us in the kitchen while they're in camp. Really good relationship with him.
That's great.
And work together to feed the team.
Yeah.
And boy, do we feed them. They eat.
I bet they do.
They can eat.
High protein stuff, no doubt.
High protein, good
Omelets in the
carbs. Chris, the nutritionist, then gives us the menu. He works everything out of how much of what he wants them to eat.
Okay.
It's very scientific.
Yeah. Wow. Do you work with local farmers, fishermen, Welsh producers? Any favourites you'd like to highlight?
I do. I like working with a lot of the local suppliers around here. Two of the ones I've got a very long standing relationship with would be Davi at Farmer's Pantry.
Oh, nice.
Get all my meats from him down in Lanchwood Major.
Oh, lovely.
Work with him to get our specialty Welsh meats that are on the menu. And Kevin from Ashton's for my fish.
Yeah.
So like to work with the local companies.
That's good. Yeah, so you support local as well, which is what we like. Champion the local stuff. How important is sustainability to your food philosophy, and how does that show up on the plate?
Again, as chefs, I think it's our responsibility to take sustainability very seriously. Food waste, just for one thing. I mean, just the amount of food that's wasted from a production and end of plate level. So I think you need to be very careful with how you design menus, what ingredients you use that you can get the most out of. And it shows up on our plate by us trying to utilize a good variety of ingredients.
Yes.
So maybe a bit more of the less popular cuts of meat, for example. So, anybody can cook a fillet steak. You got to try really hard to mess up a fillet steak. The farmer's done the majority of the work for you.
Yeah.
I like using some of the offcuts. Shin is probably my favorite. Shin's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You got to know how to cook it. You got to put your heart and soul into it.
You're a barbecue man as well.
I am a barbecue man, low and slow. You're always raised doing it low and slow. So, brisket, shin, cuts like that. So you can get proper utilization out of the entire animal instead of just, here's a lovely cut of steak.
Yeah. Do you cook your steak sous vide at your hotel?
No.
Wow.
Oh, char grill.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Some hotels, they just, or restaurants, they just hold their steak sous vide and just flash it in the pan for convenience, don't they? Oh, we're coming to the Vale, we're coming. Which barbecues do you fit? And I mean, like, what brand? Acid, or do you like what's that? The green egg. Do you prefer any type of certain barbecue?
Professionally speaking, I just got. I don't want to sound like I'm just shilling for them, but I just got a couple of Synergy grills. And speaking about sustainability too, a reason I was pushing for them is their energy efficiency.
Oh.
They're about 30% energy savings. About 30% less gas you use on them.
Are they really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're an excellent brand. Really good cooking surface, nice evenly spread heat, which is important for me.
Yeah.
Where a lot of open flame grills, you get hot spots, cold spots, even cooking is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Where the way Synergy is designed, you get a really good layout of even heat using less gas, then which flows right into that sustainability aspect.
Yeah, of course it does. That's amazing. When I look up that myself, how are they expensive?
Very.
Okay, I won't look into that myself unless I win the lottery. Can you tell us a bit about your culinary background from when you first started? Give us the whole
my God,
shebang.
long ago, sadly. I'm a lifer. I'm a lifer. I started out with summer jobs while I was in high school still.
Nice.
Just scrubbing pots and pans at a local country club. I must have done a good enough job to go back the next summer, got shown a few things to help prep, kind of shown how to use a knife, just chop a few things, nothing major, but came back the next year, actually got to cook a little bit.
Yeah.
And then graduated high school and went and kind of partied for a summer and
Nice.
came back and just went into restaurants full time and literally been in restaurants ever since.
Just fell in love with it, even those the hours, the graft.
Yeah. The hours, the hard work, the complete insanity of it all.
Yeah.
It's
the chaos.
The chaos. You do. It is a cliche again, but you get addicted to it.
You do, yeah.
I laugh sometimes when I talk to my chefs, and you're just like, you throw your hands up in the air, and you're like, just one day I want everything to go right. And then you stop and think, and you're like, I'd die of boredom.
Yeah.
I really would.
Yeah, chefs are resilient. They're problem solvers, aren't they?
Well, yeah, we have to be.
Yeah.
There's a million moving parts in a kitchen. There are a million things that can go wrong, and half of them tend to.
And you
on
have
any
to
given
have a
day.
backup plan.
You have to not even have a plan. You just gotta sort it,
Gotta
figure it
roll
out.
with it.
You don't have time to have a plan half the
Wow.
days. You just gotta react and sort it.
Wow, but that's your experience, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your best role that you've been in? What the one that you loved the most? Where was it? In the USA? Was it over here? You've done your time in Bristol University as well.
I was at Bristol University for a few years.
I know everyone at the Vale is going to say he better say the Vale.
I do love the Vale. I mean, I've been there 8 years, which is, an eternity in a chef's life.
Yeah.
Chefs do tend to have a bit of a shelf life.
Okay.
They kind of have to, in a way. I mean, there's so much to
evolve.
learn, so much to do. If you lock yourself into one job for too long,
Okay.
you can get very stagnant. You're not seeing other things. You're not learning other things. You can kind of box yourself into a corner that you don't want to be in. The good thing about the Vale is it doesn't give me the opportunity to do that.
Okay.
It's constantly forcing me to evolve, even if I didn't want to.
Well, yeah.
With the new staff coming in, different ethnicities coming in, like I was saying,
Yeah.
learning new things from my guys. I mean, nobody's above learning.
Yeah, exactly.
You
isn't
got to
it?
constantly learn things, and brides and grooms coming in, they want this new thing. They're hosting their dream wedding, and they want the newest,
Exactly.
coolest, most on trend thing. So you have to keep up in a
You
place like the
have
Vale.
to. It's great though. It's exciting.
It
isn't
really is, yeah. It keeps me on my toes.
And what are your hours, out of curiosity?
Oh, that's kind of a sore subject if you ask my wife, I'm sure. Too much, but it's what has to be done.
It is.
I was under no illusions what the job would entail when I took it. I'm under no illusions what the job entails to get through it these days. Would I like to work a little less? I think everyone would.
Yeah.
I do probably more hours than most, but I do like to be around for service most nights. I'm probably a bit more hands-on than most executive chefs would be. So it's
your pride, isn't it? At the
it's
end
my
of the day,
pride.
it's your
So
name on that.
It's probably a bit of my fault. It's probably my own fault for doing the hours I do.
Heart and
'cause
soul is there.
I'm sure there's plenty of nights I could have left 2-3 hours earlier, but hey, it's a little busy, guy. I'll just stick around and help out.
That's really kind.
No.
What advice would you give anyone in a culinary school who's looking to come, and I mean honesty here? Give them the honest thing, because they might think, oh, I want to be a chef. Oh, I love this.
When I've done these professional master days at some of the local colleges, I
yes.
love to do, I've always given them at the end of the session. I've always given them 3 words of advice.
Okay.
A, like I said earlier, never stop learning.
Yeah.
The industry constantly evolves. There's constantly something new.
Always.
There's a farmer doing something new. There's a new breed of pepper.
Yeah.
There's something new to learn. Never stop
time.
learning.
Yeah.
Never be ashamed to learn
No.
from someone under you, above you,
Exactly.
a server. You
love
never
that.
know. 2, don't get cocky. Never get cocky, because there is always someone
Somebody
coming
better.
up who's better than you,
Yeah.
who's hungrier than you.
Yeah.
And thirdly, and this might be kind of the mean one, but I think, like you said, honesty.
Yeah, it's got to be.
If you don't love the profession, get out.
Get out. Run for your life.
It's a hard profession. Like you were saying, the hours, missing holidays, working weekends. This profession can break
break you.
easily.
Yeah.
It can break you easily. And if you don't love it, it will eat you up and spit you out.
Yeah, it will.
So, and I've seen, sadly, enough people just get kind of sucked into it because they fell into it and they don't know what to do.
Oh.
And they're, when I was
No
younger,
passion.
no passion for it. And it's like, honestly, just get out of the way.
Get out. Yeah. Don't just do it because you think you can earn a couple of quid.
Exactly, yeah. You've got to have the passion. You've got to kind of enjoy the insanity of it.
Yeah.
So.
You're listening to Rebecca Bowen with Quite a Stir on Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM.
Welcome back to the show. We are with Chef Dean Milburn, executive chef from the Vale Hotel, no doubt. No less. You've cooked for many a famous face, including Snoop Dogg, James Blunt, Vinnie Jones, some royalty, to name a few. Any pressure moments?
Well, there's been a few. A lot of the pressure, namely, is with anonymity. A lot of the times when you're doing these people, they're businessmen. They're there to do a job, and they don't need people swooning over them. So you've got to act professional at all times, and sometimes with the younger crowd, especially when Snoop stayed at a hotel in Bristol, a lot of the staff was. They just lost it. They were like, they wanted to see him. They wanted an autograph, and you've got to keep your cool. You got to be professional, because that's what they're doing. When some of the royalty have come in, they've been a bit demanding at times, mainly about security.
Oh, yes.
Wanting private rooms, wanting a specific server for the entire time they're there, wanting only one person to cook for them the entire time they're there.
So they're held accountable.
So they're held accountable.
Yeah.
So each type of client, of course, each type of guest, they have their own different type of pressure because they're there for something different themselves.
And you just take that in your stride.
You just kind of have to.
Just another day. What's the creative process like in your kitchen, the atmosphere in the past on a busy Saturday night, or any busy night, really? It doesn't have to be a Saturday, does it?
No, it doesn't have to be a Saturday. Strangely enough, in the restaurant, it's very random, and a Monday can be our busiest day of the week.
Wow.
Sometimes if we have a large function in, and they've taken up a lot of the bedrooms, there's not so many guests left there for leisure purposes, then they may come to the restaurant. So there's been weeks where we've done 20 people on a Saturday and 120 on a Tuesday.
Wow, yeah.
So any given day of the week can be that Saturday night to most people.
You've got to be prepared for that.
You really do. And there's a lot of organization involved, a lot of different departments that need to work together between the sales team, the reservations team, the receptionist, the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a beast of an operation.
It is. Yeah.
And it requires a lot of organizing.
And the only thing I would say that's pre-booked usually is the breakfast, right?
We try to convince people, or we try to push people to pre-book if they're there for leisure breaks, to make sure if we have one of these crazy busy nights, we don't want to disappoint anyone.
No.
The restaurant is a finite space after all. And, if we have more guests in the hotel than we have seats in the restaurant, there can be problems.
Of course, yeah. How do you deal with that? I mean, suppose the timings.
You try and you try and schedule it, so you try and convince people. Look, if you just come in at 6:30, not 7.
Yeah.
Then we could flip tables, get more guests in. We try to open additional dining areas if we can. If we can set up like one of the function rooms, the dining area, and kind of have an extension of the restaurant. So we always do everything we can.
Wow.
For the guest, but
it doesn't always run to plan. And it's a buffet breakfast, I take it.
It is a buffet breakfast.
So you have to set 2 rooms up for the buffet?
We've had to do that before, sadly.
Wow.
But
so your breakfast, you offer a continental as well as
a quite expansive hot food selection.
Oh, go on.
I'm quite proud of my breakfast.
Go on, tell us.
Well, we offer. I've always said 2 things to my chefs about breakfast.
Go on.
Which is why it's so important to me. In a hotel or resort, breakfast is the one meal that 99% of your guests will have.
Oh, yes.
They may be there for any reason. They may go to a wedding. They may be in the restaurant. They may be in the bar. They may just be coming in late from drinking all night and not have any food.
Yeah.
They are going to have breakfast.
Exactly.
Secondly, a good breakfast, a nice cup of coffee in the morning can
back.
smooth over any issues that may happen and will definitely bring them back. So if somebody had a bad night's sleep, their neighbor was too loud, hungover, they may be coming down to the restaurant a little cranky.
Yeah.
You give them a good breakfast, you give them a good service, and they're going to forget about half that before they go.
Of course they are. And what are your items on your breakfast? He loves a breakfast. Tell us. Give us the intel.
So yeah, we have a nice expansive continental selection with just fresh fruits, stewed fruits, a bunch of different yogurts, different pastries, muffins, cakes. In the hot side, I like to make sure we do 2 types of bacon. So we have your traditional back bacon, and one of the first things I did when I got there was there will be smoked streaky bacon, nice, bacon. Crispy American style smoked streaky bacon on the breakfast menu. And then all the other standards: black pudding, grilled mushrooms, roasted plum tomatoes, nice, lovely pork and leek sausages from Farmer's Pantry, hash browns. Also do some Cajun style sautéed potatoes.
Really?
So like to give people a few more options than just sausage, bacon, egg, hash brown.
How many style of eggs do you do? Do you do scramble and fried, poached?
We do scramble and fried on the buffet.
Okay.
And then we allow people to order
as well.
We do have a bit of a menu, yeah. So people can order omelets or poached eggs.
There's eggs Benny or something like that.
We don't tend to do eggs Benedict. It's just it's a bit of a waste.
Yes.
Because you go through, you make the hollandaise, you get the extra sauce, and if one person orders it, like we were saying about sustainability, that's an awful lot of food you're putting in the bin.
Of course it is. I'm not a fan of it anyway. No, I'm not a fan of it. All that fat when I made it in college, all that butter. No, I much prefer a lemon bechamel actually, but there we go. So what kind of a dining experience do you aim to give guests? Relaxed, refined, special occasion, or foodie adventure?
Oh, well, all of the above.
All of the above. Yeah, everything.
Again, in a resort setting and in the Vale, people can be there for a million different reasons, and they have a million different expectations. It could be their wedding day. You know, it could be their 60th anniversary. There was a couple in the other week that I was chatting with. It was I believe, was their 45th wedding anniversary.
Wow. It's a good innings. That's
yeah,
a good innings.
Very, very much so. It could be just a group of golfers in for a fun weekend away. It could be a stag do, a hen do.
Wow, and they're all thrown in together.
They're all thrown in together, and you try and you try and
create an experience.
For each of them. Yeah, it's quite tricky.
Yeah,
but
you manage it.
We try.
Fantastic. Are there any unique food-related experiences you offer? Tasting menus, themed events?
We do quite a few fun themed events. We did 3 wine pairings last year, wine tasting menus.
Nice.
And those are always real fun evenings. I get to work with Greg from Fine Wines, who's an excellent sommelier. Work with him on menus and pairing the wines together. And there's one more thing for me that's just fun. Kind of pushes me out of my box, makes me think a little bit, have a bit of fun. So we do the wine tasting events. We do murder mystery nights at Hensel Castle, extremely popular.
Yeah.
What
about Valentine's? Do you do anything for Valentine's? Anything special?
We tend to just have a couple of specials, like sharing platters.
Okay.
Valentine's is a bit of a tricky one because, again, not being a standalone restaurant.
Yeah.
You don't just have couples in. You have your couples, but you have the families. You still have the businessmen.
Yes, of course. So it's hard then to
it is hard to
create that atmosphere.
We will typically do just like a sharing platter as a special.
Okay. And I bet you do like a couples massage.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
the spa, of course, would be where they do.
They have that all that
where they do their fun things. The couples spa days.
Oh yes. And I bet Christmas was a riot with you.
Riot, that's one word. Yeah. Christmas is always fun in the hospitality industry. So congratulations to everyone in the industry who survived.
Oh, bless you. Yeah. It's like that though, isn't it?
It really is. It's just,
especially with the flu going around, and then you've got the norovirus, and then you cannot work with that.
No, I had so many sick days over the month. Not me personally,
I know what you mean. Lost how many staff?
Lost time. Oh God. Probably over the course of the month, 20, 25 days of sickness. And like you said, once somebody says they've had that type of gastrointestinal issue, it's like you stay away.
You have to.
You stay away.
Yeah. Even if they're trying to pull a sickie to go out on something. You can't. Some people do that. Do you tailor meals or menus for spa guests, special events, conferences or weddings? We've just covered that, didn't we? What can visitors look forward to on your up-and-coming new menu?
We have just started work on the new menu, so in all honesty, I'm still not 100% sure. It's going to be starting in April. So probably the first Monday in April. I always try and keep it that way. So April and October, we do our menu change for the restaurant. Just started bouncing some ideas around.
Nice.
So, but one I do believe I will be bringing back from last year's menu from popular demand was our char-grilled hanger steak.
Okay.
Which was always one of my personal favorites. But I took it off again just to change things up and try different menu items. But we've had a few people ask where it went. A few of our repeat guests have asked what happened to it. So I think there is enough of a demand there to bring an old classic back.
That's your signature kind of thing that they crave for. I love that.
You're listening to Rebecca Bowen with Quite a Stir on Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM.
Welcome back to the show. We are with the Vale Hotel Executive Chef, Dean Milburn. Tell us about the pass, the atmosphere on the pass when it's excruciatingly busy. Because it's an open dining area.
It is an open dining area. And so we know we are on full display.
Yes.
It's a theater kitchen, as we call it. And we are the show on most times.
Yeah.
And so that comes with its own set of pressures of keeping your cool, working a bit differently. working, a bit more organized. Every chef has to be organized, but you have to kind of up your game a little bit when you know you are in full view.
Everyone's watching, clean and tidy.
Everyone's watching, clean and tidy, nice and organized. I love working the pass on busy days. Love being there kind of elbow to elbow with my crew, for one. And even on some of the slower days, I love doing it because we're so close to the guests sometimes. You can strike up conversations while you're cooking. Had a lovely experience. I think probably about 2 years ago, there was a family sat just opposite me as I'm cooking, and pretty quiet night. So I see there's a young lad with them. He keeps looking back in the kitchen. And so I start chatting with the family. Ends up, they were there to watch a rugby game.
Oh, okay.
It was the son's birthday. He was 10 or 11, played rugby. They were bringing him in to take him to the game the next day. Lo and behold, the managers from the WRU, the rugby team managers, walked right past him. They had one of the private dining rooms off to the side. And this kid's eyes just, big as dinner plates. It was like, oh my God, is this real? So I'm just chatting with him again about rugby. And one of the managers that I know kind of walked up to her, pulled her aside. And I was like, look, it'd be neat. I'm not being pushy, but the guy's huge. The kid's a huge rugby fan. He was like almost crying when you walked past. Any chance you think maybe they could come out and just say hi to him? And she actually went down to the team dining room. Next thing you know, about 5 minutes later, 3 of the boys are up there chatting with this young kid. He's bawling. He's so happy. After dinner, the family was still there. After dinner, Warren Gatlin himself came out and was chatting with the boy. And it's just being in the dining room and being that close to guests. It's so nice and so special to be part of that.
And you orchestrated that well.
I had so little to do with that, but it was nice to be a part.
But you asked.
I asked. She could have said no. He could have said no. By all means, like we were saying, they're professionals, but they made the time to come out and turn that boy's dinner and weekend to watch the rugby game into a lifetime story. Yeah. And it is nice when you're involved in those kind of situations and you just transcend the whole dining experience into something completely different.
Of course you do. That's amazing. God bless that child. I bet he comes back all the time for the rugby now. No. What is your death row meal?
Oh, my death row meal. Oh. Everyone in this country is probably going to just look at the radio and go, what is he on about?
No, go on.
But if you're going to strap me down in the electric chair, I will be going with a belly full chicken fried steak and eggs.
Okay, no messing about.
With some proper buttermilk biscuits and sausage gravy.
Nice.
Just as unhealthy
but
delicious and just it is one of those just comfort foods you remember from way back in the day. Don't know if I ate it as a kid, but man, when I do eat it nowadays, I like to think I did. It's just one of those American dishes.
Do you offer anything like that at the Vale? That real authentic American? Would they let you?
I don't even think I'd try and put chicken fried steak and eggs on the menu.
You never know. You could say,
you never know. We have put some very American dishes on. I always like to try and push the envelope, and I always, like we were talking about, letting everyone's experiences and ethnicities shine a little bit. I include mine, so I always like to throw a little Americanism on the menu. Last summer's menu, I actually had a deconstructed and kind of rearranged root beer float as one of the desserts in the restaurant.
A root beer float?
A root beer float. Now, typically you would think a root beer float's just a scoop of vanilla ice cream with root beer poured on top.
Okay.
Not very exhilarating.
Right.
Flipped the script a little bit. Made a root beer sorbet.
Okay.
So then your root beer is your frozen bit.
Right.
A warm vanilla blondie.
Oh.
So we did the root beer sorbet served in a chocolate-dipped waffle cup, warm vanilla blondie with some black cherry gel.
Oh, my God.
And so you took the flavor profiles, your kind of basics of the dish, and then elevate it. But still, when you took all those ingredients together and ate them, you're like, this is a freaking root beer float.
Yeah. But you can't just call it that when you realize what it is.
Exactly.
Why isn't that on the menu all the time?
It's very summery.
Oh, okay.
Very
it just
summery.
Sounds incredible. It does. It sounds incredible. I'm going to come for that. I'm going to wait till the summer and come for that. That brings us to the end of today's delicious conversation with the Vale Resort Cardiff. A huge thank you to our guest for giving us a taste of the creativity and care that goes into every plate served at this remarkable spot. And if you'd like to explore their menus, book a table, or simply soak in those panoramic views, be sure to check out and support the incredible local hospitality we are so proud of. Thank you for listening in. Until next time, we're going to leave you with 4-Act Riot. This is Insecure. Thank you, Chef.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Radio
You're welcome.
Yeah, you done know.